Follow your heart. Follow your heart. Such a simple adage, yet one that's just so hard to follow. Why? Because the heart can be fickle. The heart can appear to not really know what it wants. But when you follow it, good things can happen. For instance, when I was a child, I read a lot. I don't know if it's because we only got 3 channels on the television, but I immersed myself in books. I also immersed myself in a lot of comic books and Mad Magazine when I got a little older. So my dad decided to give me a little more literary experience. He bought me Hardy Boys books. Are you familiar with the Hardy Boys? 2 brothers, teenagers, detectives, they go out, they solve mysteries. I love these books. They inspired me to keep reading and to absorb it, and by the time I was done, I wanted to be a writer myself. I followed my heart at 8 years old. I took out these pieces of paper and I would write the stories out and I would fold them in half so they looked like pages of a book. And I created the cover out of cardboard and construction paper and I would put the pages in. And there we have it, self-published at 8 years old. I showed my dad the book. He loved it. Somehow my teacher got a hold of the book as well and he showed the class and they were impressed with the accomplishment. And so was I was very proud. My dad eventually bought me a typewriter and now it really upped my game. I felt like a real writer. I could just type these stories out and I could give them to my dad still. And he was a teacher and he carried on his teaching skills by marking my stories, with the spelling errors and grammatical errors, and he would write general comments. But the most important thing to me is that he was proud. When I went to high school, I carried on. I had a lot of quirky friends, and these friends found their way into my stories. They would read them, and they would enjoy them, and it was great fun. And I thought, this is a good path that I'm on, until I turned 16. When I was 16, I discovered something that a lot of teenage boys discover. I picked up the guitar. My heart did a little bit of an adjustment, but I followed it. I didn't want to be sitting at this desk anymore by myself for hours on end typing stories. I wanted to be on stage with my friends, acting like we were rock stars. And I did that for a good many years, until my heart changed again, and I followed it. Until my heart changed again, and I followed it again. Eventually, my heart led me back to writing. So you might think that all these things, these different things that I did, shows that I do have a fickle heart. But with all these experiences, it adds to the human safari that we're all on. And now, I've had some literary success, and I'm inspiring other writers to follow their heart. It might not make you wealthy, but it makes you rich in the most important ways. Like I said, great things can happen.